Good morning, dear students. Last class we discussed what are the group 16 elements, right? Uh, what are their general electronic configuration, occurrence, atomic size, ionic radii, electronegativity, electropositivity, metallic character, non-metallic character, electropositivity, electronegativity, right? So melting points and boiling points. So due to their atomicity, right, there is a huge difference between melting and boiling points in the sulfur and oxygen. Oxygen is diatomic, sulfur is polyatomic. The next one is, suppose oxygen, I told you in the last class, oxygen is having the two lone pairs, right? So if the oxygen is having the two bonds, there is no charge. If oxygen is having the three bonds, positive charge. If oxygen is having the only one bond, minus charge. If oxygen is, there is no bonds, O minus 2. Just like ammonia. Ammonia is a three bonds. If it is four bonds, it will be positive. If it is two bonds, it will be negative. If it is one bond, minus 2. If it is no bonds, minus 3, right? So oxygen forms two bonds, nitrogen forms three bonds. If it is excess, positive. If it is deficient, negative. You have to remember. So whenever it comes, you have to apply this one, right? So many times you will get the positive, negative charges, right? So you should not confuse when it will be positive, when it will be negative, right? Excess positive, less negative, right? So next one, chemical properties. Next one, chemical properties. In that one, oxidation state. Oxidation state. Generally, oxygen shows the -2 oxidation state. First one, we come to oxygen. Generally, the oxidation state is -2. Right? Suppose, take one example, magnesium oxide. How do you write magnesium oxide? MgO. Why it is MgO? Generally, oxygen shows here -2, here +2. Sodium oxide, right? So Na2O, right? So Na plus O minus 2. So what is the general oxidation state? Oxygen general oxidation state -2, right? So when, except one case, right, except when it comes with fluorine, right, more electronegative, oxygen becomes a positive charge, OF2. In this case, it is a fluorine -1, two fluorines, right? Fluorine is a -1, two fluorines -2. In this case, oxygen becomes a +2, right? Why oxygen becomes +2? Fluorine is more electronegative than the oxygen. That's why fluorine gets the negative charge. In that case, oxygen gets the positive charge. Except this one, all the other cases, oxygen, most of the cases, general cases, oxygen oxidation state is a -2. So why oxygen only shows -2 oxidation state? Because NS2, what is the general electronic configuration? 2s2, 2p4, sorry, 2s2, 2p4, right? So there is no 2d orbital, so there is no electron does not goes into the d orbital, right? In the case of sulfur, it shows different oxidation states: +2, +4, +6, right? +2, +4, +6. Suppose they have given some example for this one. SCl2 +2. What is the oxidation state of sulfur? +2. You have studied SF4 in the hybridization T1 chemistry, SF4, SF6, right? Sulfur dioxide, SO2, SO3, right? SO2, what is the oxidation state of sulfur? Oxygen -2, -4, sulfur becomes +4. Oxygen here -2, 3 oxygens -6, sulfur becomes +6. These are the general oxidation states, right? So you have studied +6 oxidation state generally decreases down, the stability of +6 oxidation generally decreases down the group. Decreases down the group. What is the meaning of that one? Due to +6 oxidation stability, decreases down the group. What is the reason for that one? Inert pair effect. Alright. So what is the meaning of inert? Why it is showing all the other elements, not only sulfur, right? Sulfur, selenium, tellurium. What are the general oxidation state? +2, +4, +6. So why it is showing +4 oxidation state? Because sulfur, selenium, tellurium, sulfur oxidation state is, right? So 3s2 3p4, right? So first excitement, it will give the 4 unpaired electron, that's why it shows the +4 oxidation state. Second excited state, it will give the 6 electrons. First excited state, that means p electron goes into the d orbital, right? First excited state, right? Sulfur is equal to 3s2 3p3 3d1. So how many unpaired electrons in this one? 3 unpaired electrons, and d orbitals, it is 1 more electron. So how many unpaired electrons? By using these 4 unpaired electron, it can show the +4 oxidation state. Second excited state, it will give the 6 electrons, so it will give the, it can show the +6 oxidation state. So because of the d orbital starts from the sulfur, that's why it can extend its oxidation state from +4 and +6, right? So oxygen does not extend it. Oxygen never shows the +6 oxidation state and +4 oxidation state, right? So generally because of if there is electron excitement, it does not go to the 2d. There is no 2d orbital. +6 oxidation stability decreases down the group due to inert pair effect. What is the meaning of that one? Inert pair effect, right? So what is the general electronic configuration? Ns to Np3. Inert means not interested to participate. Interested to participate. Which electrons? A pair of electrons. Right? So this one, if you see this one, 3s2 3p3, right? So 3s2 3p4. So these 4 electrons involved in the bond formation, but these electrons, the s electrons, which are not willing to participate, right? So pair means which pair? S electron pair. What is the meaning of inert? Inert means it is not interested to participate. That's why due to it can stop, it does not goes into the second excited state. It stops at first excited state. That's why +6. That means tellurium does not show the +6 oxidation state. Selenium shows the +6, but tellurium does not. So what is the meaning of that one? Sulfur shows the +6 oxidation state. So that means +6 oxidation stability decreases down the group due to inert pair effect. A pair of s electrons not interested to participate in the bond formation. That's why you are calling as an inert pair effect. This is about oxidation states. Next one, anomalous behavior of oxygen. Anomalous, extraordinary behavior of oxygen, right? So when compared to other elements, oxygen shows the anomalous behavior due to small size, high electronegativity, absence of d orbitals, right? It forms the hydrogen bonding, right? So water is having the hydrogen bonding, right? So other group element does not show the hydrogen bonding, right? So due to these reasons, size, electronegativity, absence of d orbitals and forming nature of hydrogen bonding, oxygen shows different behavior when compared to same other group elements in the same group. So oxygen generally shows two covalency. What is the meaning of covalency? It is around the number of bonds, general, right? In ozone, it can show the 3 covalency, but if you see the general covalency is the 2, right? Oxygen forms double bonds, right? So other elements can extend their covalency 4 and 6. SF4, how many bonds? 4 bonds. SF6, how many bonds? 6 bonds. So due to presence of the orbital, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, these elements is having the orbitals. We never discussed the polonium. Polonium is a radioactive element, right? So the next one is, in this one, reactivity of hydrogen. So how these elements can react with the hydrogen? So what if react with hydrogen, what are the compounds? H2O, H2S, H2SC, H2Te. In this one, we are going to study what is bond, how the bond length in this one, what is the bond energy. Due to this one, how it will affect the stability. If the stability, what is the acidic character, what is the reducing property. One by one, I will going to discuss. Right. So bond length. Bond length. Right. First one is the bond length. Right. React with hydrogen. These are these 4 points, 5 points, right? I am discussing bond length. So if you write H2O, right, H2S, which bond length is more? Which bond length is more? Oxygen and hydrogen, or oxygen this hydrogen? Both sides are same, right? So which bond length is more? SH bond length is more, because oxygen is more electronegative than the sulfur, right? So the bonded pair electrons, oxygen giving 1 electron, hydrogen giving 1 electron. So the bond pair electrons are nearer to the oxygen. The bond pair electrons nearer to the oxygen because oxygen is more electronegative than the sulfur. Sulfur is more electronegative than the selenium. So when you go down the group, if these two electrons are nearer to the oxygen and hydrogen bond length will be shorter, right? So oxygen hydrogen bond length will be shorter. It will come closer to the oxygen, right? Here also these two electrons come closer to the oxygen because oxygen electronegativity is more, right? In this case, sulfur and hydrogen compared to oxygen, sulfur electronegativity is less. So the bond pair electrons, sulfur is giving 1 electron, oxygen is giving 1 electron. Bond pair electrons somewhat distance from the away from the right? So compared to this one, these electrons are somewhat away, right? In this one also, these electrons are somewhat away. Due to electronegativity, oxygen and hydrogen bond length will be very less, right? That's why bond length, if you see the bond length, which is a shorter bond length in the H2O is compared to H2S. H2S is more bond length, this bond length, right? H2SC, H2Te, right? So if bond length and bond energy, what is the relation between bond length and bond energy? bond length increases, it readily breaks. Bond energy will be inversely proportional. Bond length is inversely proportional to bond length, right? Inversely proportional to bond energy. Bond length inversely proportional to bond energy. As the distance increases, bond length increases, bond energy will be decreases, because if you give small amount, the bond will be breaks very easily. That's why bond length and bond energy will be inversely proportional. So which one is the more bond energy? Which one is the more bond energy? Which one is the more bond energy compound? H2O is having the more bond energy. If you want break this one, OH bond, you have to give more energy compared to H2S, right? So this one, bond length, which one is greater? This one is hydrogen and tellurium. Oxygen and hydrogen, which one bond length? This one is a shorter, right? So oxygen, this one is a shorter bond length, this one is a greater, just correction. This one is a shorter bond length, this one is a greater bond length due to their electronegativity. H2O bond energy is greater than H2S, H2S greater than H2, SC is greater than H2. If bond energy is more, the stability also more, right? If you want giving more energy to break that bond, means that bond is more stable. That's why you are giving the more energy to break that bond. So what is the stability order? This is a bond energy as well as stability order. Right? Right. So the next one, stability order is H2O is more stable than H2S, H2S is more stable than, that is the order. What is the next one? Acidic character. What is the meaning of acid? According to Arrhenius, which gives the H plus ion readily, that shows the more acidic character, right? So I told you, right? So these bond pair electrons nearer to the oxygen. So the bond is very short. If the bond is very short, the hydrogen losing capacity, oxygen tightly bonded with hydrogen, That's why, because of these electrons are come closer, oxygen tightly bond with hydrogen. So losing of H plus, generally H plus loses, generally it generally called it as acidic nature, right? So if you go to this one, sulfur and tellurium, right? So why I am writing this tense? Because compared to this one, this bond length is very greater, right? Very larger bond length. So the hydrogen losing capacity is very easy, because hydrogen easily loses and it gives as a H plus ion. That's why it shows the more acidic character. So what is the acidic order? So first, which one you have to understand very clearly? You have to understand bond length. If you understand very clearly, all these properties will understand very clearly, right? So this bond length, I am writing this one slowly. I am increasing the bond length, right? This one. Right. So if you can easily recognize how the bond length increases. It is not looks like, but you have to understand, right? You have to, for your understanding, I am writing like this, right? So bond length as it increases, bond energy decreases, stability decreases. If it is bond energy is more, stability is more. So as a bond length increases, H plus releasing very easily. Next one, reducing property. What is the meaning of reducing agent? Reducing agent, oxidizing agent, reducing agent, oxidation, reduction. So I am not going detail. Reducing agent. So reducing agent, the compound which reduces the other substance itself undergoes oxidation, right? So the compound reduces other compound. How it will reduce? By giving the electrons, by giving the hydrogen, right? By giving the electrons, right? Reducing agent. Reducing property. Reduces the other substance, itself undergoes oxidation. Itself undergoes oxidation, right? So which one is having the more reducing property? So which one shows the more acidic nature? Which one shows the more acidic nature? What is the order? Acidic order. Acidic order. Acidic order is H2O is less acidic than H2S, is less acidic than H2SC, less acidic than H2T. Right. So reducing agent reduces the other substance, itself undergoes oxidation. So reduces, what is the meaning of reduces? By giving the hydrogen or giving the electrons to the other substance. So by looking at acidic character, which one gives the hydrogen very easily to the other substance? H2Te readily gives the hydrogen to other substance. That's why which one is having the more reducing property? H2Te is the more reducing agent than the H2O, right? So what is the reducing property? Reducing order, right? H2O is less than H2S is less than H2SC is less than H2Te. Right? This one is a reducing order. H2Te is a powerful reducing agent than the H2SC. H2SC is a more reducing agent than H2S. H2S is more reducing agent than H2O. Right? This is regarding reactivity with hydrogen. So these are the compounds. In this one we have studied these properties: bond length, bond energy, stability, acidic character, reducing property. In this one, bond length, H2Te is the more, bond energy, H2Te is the very less, H2O is the greater, stability, H2O stability is greater, acidic character, H2Te is the greater, reducing property, H2Te is the greater. So in which cases it increases from down the group? Reducing property, H2Te is the greater, acidic character, H2Te is the